God wants you to be with this person. The name will shock you. 1. An invitation, not a command. The first thing you must understand, this is an invitation. Not an order stamped in thunder, not a rigid plan that leaves no room for doubt, mistakes, or change. When the voice inside you, the gentle, steady call that some people call God, some call the universe, some call destiny, leans toward a truth, it speaks softly at first. It does not shout. It nudges. It waits. So when the sentence appears in your life like a warm hand on your shoulder, God wants you to be with this person, feel that warmth before you analyze it. Breathe. The rest of this reading will give you reasons, signs, permission, and a map. But begin with that breath. You are not being punished, controlled, or made small. You are being invited to a deeper intimacy, first with what is most tender inside you. 2. Why the surprise? Why the name will shock you? Humans are wired to expect the dramatic, a familiar face from your past, a celebrity crush, a secret admirer, the person who already occupies your daydreams. Our stories prime us for an external reveal. We want proof outside of ourselves. Here's why the promised shock isn't about someone else. The loudest, most transformative relationship you will ever have is the one you have with yourself. You might read that and think, is this spiritual platitude? Maybe. But the reason people miss it is practical. When you finally hear that the name you most need to know is your own, everything else changes. You stop chasing reflections and start reflecting. You stop building castles of approval and begin to anchor in depth. That is the shock, simple, quiet, subversive. 3. The name, you. The name is you. Not a rhetorical trick. Not a metaphor to be filed away with fortune cookie wisdom. God, or life, whichever word you prefer, wants you to be with you. That is, to commit to being present for your own life, to love your own shadow and light, and to make choices that honor your deepest self. Pause. Say it aloud if you need to. I am the one I need to be with. Notice how that sentence lands in your body. If it feels foreign, that's fine. New muscles take time to build. If it rings like truth, you are beginning to align. 4. Signs you've been called home to yourself. How will you know that this message is for you and not just poetic fluff? Look for signs. Not all signs are cinematic, many are small and steady. You feel exhausted by people-pleasing. The energy it takes to be what others want is finally starting to cost you more than it gives. This exhaustion is a signal that your interior needs tending. You keep returning to silence. Moments when you choose being with yourself over noise, a walk, an hour with a journal, a long shower where your thoughts finally breathe, are invitations being answered. Your relationships keep teaching the same lesson. If patterns repeat, the same disappointment, the same misread signals, life is pointing you inward. The outer mirror is reflecting unfinished business. You crave solitude but fear loneliness. That gap between wanting to be alone and fearing you might be empty without others is where the work lives. You catch yourself wishing someone else would save you. That prayer is valid and human. But notice the tenderness in it. You are asking to be held. The deeper invitation is to become the person who can hold you. 5. Why God would want this? Because your life matters, singularly and deeply. The spiritual truth behind this call is simple. The divine does not simply want you to be attached to love. The divine wants you to be whole. God, if we imagine God as a force that loves the flourishing of all things, wants you to thrive. A thriving life is not built on dependence, but on integrity. When you stand with your own name, you become an honest presence in the world. You can give love without losing yourself. You can say no without guilt. You can show up for other people because your foundation is not built on their approval. This is not a message of isolation. It's a message of empowerment. The more you are at home in yourself, the more available you are for real connection. The love you give from your completeness is not needy, it is luminous. 6. The practical work, how to start loving yourself like you mean it. This is where the rubber meets the road. Spiritual insight alone changes little without action. Below are practical, compassionate steps that take the idea off a poster and into your daily life. Begin with small appointments. Schedule a weekly date with yourself. No phone, no lists. Bring a book, a notebook, something that helps you be present with your thoughts. Name your needs aloud. Say, I need rest today, or I need to set a boundary with X. Declaring needs trains your brain to honor them. Practice micro-boundaries. Start simple, decline one request this week that would overfill you. Notice the cost of saying yes and the relief of saying no. Write the truth without editing. Journal for 10 minutes daily about what you want and what you fear. Don't worry about grammar or flow. The point is permission. Learn a one-person ritual. It could be morning tea, a nightly breath practice, lighting a candle and naming 3 things you did well that day. Talk to yourself like someone you want to keep. If your inner critic is cruel, teach yourself a kinder voice. Use second person, you did well today. It reshapes neural pathways. Seek witness. Find one person, a trusted friend, therapist, spiritual director, who can reflect back your progress without fixing you. These are not silver bullets, but they are steady, repair-oriented actions that compound. 7. What happens to your relationships when you choose yourself? Expect change. Some relationships will deepen, some will drift away, and some will return transformed. Deepening, relationships grounded in mutual respect will welcome the new you. Your honesty will create space for more honest exchange. Drifting, ties built on your availability or your pleasing may fray. This is not failure, it is a pruning that makes room for richer growth. Returning transformed, people sometimes miss the version of you who always said yes. But when they return, they often meet someone with clearer boundaries and more authentic presence, and that can invite more real intimacy. You are not being asked to make others suffer for your growth. You are being asked to make a different kind of love possible, one that breathes. 8. Facing fear, the resistance will be loud. Whenever you reorient toward yourself, resistance will show up. It might sound like, who do you think you are? But if you love yourself, who will love me? This feels selfish. All of these are natural. Resistance is not a sign you are doing the wrong thing, it's proof you are on a path that matters. Treat fear like a weather report, not a verdict. Notice it. Name it. Then act anyway. Conviction grows through habit, through repeating actions that prove a new truth to your nervous system. 9. The role of forgiveness. A big part of coming home to yourself is forgiveness. Not the airy, superficial kind, but a real clearing of old debts you carry against your younger self. Forgive the child who did the best she could. Forgive the choices made in survival. Forgive the missed cues, the apologies you didn't give, the apologies you demanded from others. Write a letter forgiving yourself. Burn it if you want. Do a ritual where you speak forgiveness into a mirror. These acts are practical, they unbind energy stuck in old cycles. 10. The quiet joy of being your own person. There's a quiet joy that comes when you stop living to meet another person's expectations and start living to meet your own soul's call. It is not loud. It is not flashy. It is precise and steady, like the low hum of a hearth in winter. That joy shows up in small things, a walk that feels like home, a day completed without regret, the courage to speak a truth you have been carrying. These moments are the slow architecture of a life you can trust. 11. Signs you are making progress. You will know you're healing when you tolerate silence without panic. You make choices without bargaining for approval first. You experience anger as information, not identity. You sleep with fewer worries about what others will think. You notice the people who appreciated you before and notice which of them are still present and which were never meant to be anchors. Celebrate these small markers. They are the proof of change. 12. When the divine seems silent. There will be times you expect thunder and all you find is a blank sky. This silence is not absence, it is space being made. Divine love does not always arrive as a shout. Often it arrives as an emptied chair at the table, asking you to sit with yourself. The silence asks you to learn your own company. Trust the slow work. Faith is not believing in ease. Faith is continuing to walk when you cannot see the full path. 13. A short prayer/practice to anchor you. If you are religious, say a prayer in the language of your faith. If not, use this practice as a secular ritual. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Close your eyes. Breathe into the count of 4, hold for 2, breathe out for 6. Place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Say softly, I choose to be with you. I will meet my own needs with kindness. Repeat 3 times. Imagine the version of you who is steady, wise, and gentle. See her/him/them sitting beside you like a friend. Offer them one promise, one practical thing you will do this week to keep them safe. This practice is a bridge between thought and habit. 14. The most radical thing you can do, stay. The world will tell you to go chase, to distract, to look outward for proof. The most radical thing, and the bravest, is to stay. Stay with your feelings. Stay with the parts you would rather hide. Stay with the slow, sometimes lonely work of becoming whole. Staying does not mean stagnation. It means commitment. And commitment births a kind of freedom you cannot find on the other side of avoidance. 15. An invitation to begin today. If you are reading this, you can begin now. Not tomorrow. Not after conditions are perfect. Begin with one small step. Turn your phone off for 1 hour and sit with a notebook. Call a friend and tell them you need a witness for one thing you've been avoiding. Write, I am the person God wants me to be with, and tape it where you will see it in the morning. Do one tiny thing. Let it fold into another. See how momentum grows. 16. A blessing for your journey. May the courage to honor yourself rise in you like sunlight. May you find that the tender work of caring for your own heart pays dividends in every relationship you hold. May the name you were given, your true, messy, luminous name, be spoken back to you with affection and truth. And when you are lonely, may you remember this, the most faithful companion you will ever have is the person you are becoming. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your support.